Hello students, so welcome back. Once again we are back to the discussion session and we have a fresh set of questions on the board. We will do it one by one and I'll be telling you where you might have gone wrong if you have scored a little less marks this time, and what is the correct answer and why is it correct, that also will be discussed in today's session. Okay, so as usual we have the first 3 questions on the board, and where we have each sentence is given, and in case if any of the parts has got some error, you have to identify the part which has got error, and if there is no error you can simply select the last option, that is no improvement. Okay, so let us look at the sentences. The first sentence is, either Kiran or Mala is sure to be chosen. This is chosen, CHOSC, and N, there is no gap, so it's chosen. Okay, chosen for the school debate team. So what type of sentence is it? It is simple future tense. You know what, like when we speak in English, of course there is nothing wrong with the sentence, and we just say it casually, like okay, either Kiran or Mala is sure to be chosen for the school debate competition this time. That is very colloquial, and colloquial, I mean, when you have it in the conversation form, it is not that wrong, but grammatically when you use future simple or simple future tense, you have a particular like a formula, right? That is will plus the verb, root form of the verb, and then it goes like that. Okay, subject plus will plus root form of the form, and it is future perfect, root form will plus past participle of the like word, okay, or of the verb. All right, so here either Kiran or Mala is sure to be chosen, so it is something which states of a future possibility. All right, so you have to use the simple future tense. So here you can make improvement in the sentence. So instead of is sure to be chosen, you can just write, or you can improve the sentence by adding will there. So either Kiran or Mala will be chosen for is sure to can be replaced with will be chosen. Just add here will be chosen for the school debate team. So this is simple future tense, so where you have to use that will plus that form of the verb. Okay, so will be chosen for the school debate team. So that is how it will be improved. So either Kiran or Mala will be chosen. So which option is the correct one? C option, either Kiran or Mala will be chosen. So that C option is the correct option. Okay, so that sentence requires improvement. All right, so now next is the underlined part. If it requires improvement, you need to improve it. Tom was standing beside the school house poster when the ball rolled towards him. Okay, Tom was standing beside the schoolhouse poster. So this part is underlined. Okay, so that means in case if you want to replace it, you have to use one of the options given to you. All right, so obviously there is an error, and that error has to be substituted with a better option, otherwise the sentence will not be correct. Tom was standing beside the school. So you should know the difference between besides and beside. That means one with S and one without S. Okay, so besides and beside. See, a huge difference is there between the two words. If you use this word besides, which we have in the sentence also it is besides. Okay, Tom was standing besides. Besides means in addition to or along with. Okay, something in addition to. Okay, so Tom was standing in addition to the schoolhouse poster is a wrong sentence. So remember, this besides with S would change the entire sentence or the meaning of the entire sentence. So that besides the word with S is wrong. Instead, you have to replace that with the word beside. Okay, so standing beside, not stood beside, but standing beside the schoolhouse poster. What is the meaning of this beside? By the side of. Okay, so besides means in addition to, that is given in the sentence, and that's a wrong usage, and beside means by the side of. So this is the word which we require for the sentence beside. Okay, so standing beside. So how will you correct this sentence? Tom was standing beside the schoolhouse poster when the ball rolled towards him. Just one word, just the adding of s would change the meaning of the word. Okay, so both the words have got different meanings. Besides means in addition to, and that is the wrong usage, and that is not in the proper context in which it is used here. So it should be beside, which means by the side. So Tom was standing by the side of the schoolhouse poster, and that is the apt word to be chosen. So this is the option, standing beside the schoolhouse poster. Okay, now the third sentence is, no sane person or no normal person or government can tolerate terrorists of any degree or kind. So here like our intention is like terrorism of any kind or any type cannot be tolerated or cannot be accepted by any person or any government. So here instead of terrorists, the people who like who go for that terrorism, so instead of that you have to use the abstract noun of the word and that is terrorism. So it is terrorism of any kind or any degree or kind, not terrorists of any. It's the people who are labeled as terrorists who follow this concept of a policy of terrorism, and that particular policy is actually terrorism. Okay, so no sane person or government can tolerate terrorism of any kind or any degree. So this also requires correction. So the first set of questions, all the three sentences require correction. First is you have to use future, simple, and then second is just the word should be changed, should be substituted. Instead of besides, you have to use beside, and here the abstract noun form of terrorist should be used, that is terrorism. Only then this sentence also will be correct. Okay, so all these three sentences had errors and we have corrected it. Okay, now next is in these two questions we have a same word which has been repeated but only one spelling or one of the options has got the correct spelling, and you have to choose that particular option. Okay, so entrepreneur and promiscuous, so which spelling is correct? So entrepreneur with ENTREPRENEUR is the correct spelling, entrepreneur. Okay, then promiscuous also, where we have to choose the correct spelling. It is PROMISCUOUS. So CUOUS, and here also CUOUS, but MI, not ME. So this is the correct option. So entrepreneur, C option, correct spelling, and promiscuous, it's A option, which is the correct spelling. Okay, now we have a passage given to you, and based on the passage we have a few questions to be answered. And see, this also is a kind of descriptive passage. Okay, and it's a factual passage, not descriptive but a factual passage, where it's all about friendship. Okay, so the importance of friendship in a person's life is very well expressed in these lines in this passage. So here, even if the passage seems to be a bit lengthy, but still like the questions are direct and you do not have any difficulty in answering any of the questions given to you based on this passage. Okay, so it's all about friendship. Okay, so what will you gain in friendship, and how friendships help you to grow and understand your fellow beings. All these things are what you call given elaborately in a well expressed way. So the first question is, friendships and relationships grow when they are dash. Is it favored, compared, nurtured, or divided? Okay, let us see if we have any of these options given in the passage. See, this may be with you. All right, friendships need the same attention as other relationships. If they are to continue, these relationships can be nurturing them, by nurturing them. All right, so that word, ing form of the word is given, the same word, nurtured. So just like relationship, friendship also should be nurtured. Okay, should be taken care of. That is the meaning of the word nurtured. So that is the first question. Then second is, based on the passage, when we are with a good friend, we tend to shut ourselves or to be someone else, or you become ourselves, or to be ourselves, to be ourselves, okay, not to be ourselves. Okay, so with a friend you are to be yourself. That means with friends we will be ourselves. C option. Okay, so when we are in the group of friends or in the company of friends, we show the tendency to be, or else with a good friend, we are not talking about any friend, but like when we are with our good friends, we become ourselves. Okay, not that we become somebody else, or we shut, or we are confined to a world of our own, but we are more open to ourselves. So that is the correct option, which is given clearly in the passage. Next is empathy means. What is empathy? Empathy, you might know, even if you do not have to search for that word in the passage, you know the definition of, you should know the definition of empathy, sympathy and empathy. Okay, it's almost similar. A small difference is there. Empathy means not skill or efficiency, not ability to do something or someone else's misfortunes, but it is the ability to share and understand another person's feelings. Okay, so to show empathy, okay, to show sympathy or to show empathy, that means we can understand the feelings of others. Okay, empathy is a bit more deeper concern, like we place ourselves in the place of the person who is suffering, and in that way we can understand the person in a better way. So only if we have empathy or sympathy, we will be able to understand our fellow beings. Okay, so it is a ability, it has got nothing to do with your emotion, not with your intellectual things or your intelligence or anything like that, but it is almost like following your heart. That is your ability to share and understand the feelings of your fellow beings. Okay, so that is what you call empathy. All right, next is, through strong friendships we gain what? Is it acceptance and tolerance, or only tolerance, only acceptance, or only attention? Okay, so what exactly, towards the end of the passage, last 3 lines, we have got that in clear words. In turn we gain tolerance and acceptance, both. So acceptance and tolerance both are gained in friendship. Okay, so that is the all the answers were quite straight except that word empathy, but you know the meaning of empathy, otherwise all other questions are direct answers. Okay, now we have next set of questions, that is from 11 to 15. It's again a passage based question, where you have to find out the words which are missing. Okay, a few words where the numbers are given, okay, almost like a fill in the blank, where you have to insert the words which are given to you as options. Okay, dash becomes a flowing stream only when there is a continuity of dash life in a society. So we talk about a kind of social life or society life, right? So it's not idea, philosophy or civilization as a whole, but it is culture. So the first option is, or the first word to be inserted is, a culture becomes a flowing stream only if there is a continuity of dash life. Dash life means social life, or another word for social life is not society's life or nature's life or individual life, but a collective life. Collective means like a group, social, okay, or else a group together. So it should be collective life. Collective life. All right. So culture becomes a flowing stream, or culture, that concept of culture will flow smoothly only if there is a continuity of collective life or people living together, okay, in a society. In other words, a dash which comes into existence when people follow a continuous way of life. In other words, a dash which comes into existence. Let us see what the options are. Unique or clear or foggy, but distinctive. What is distinctive? Distinctive means a kind of characteristic feature, a feature or characterization or characteristic, okay, characteristic of something. So life, in other words, a characteristic or a characteristic feature will be formed or will come into existence only when people follow a continuous way of life. That continuity should be there. Okay, So such dash expresses, such what expresses not inconsistency or uniqueness, greatness, but continuity. So such continuity, okay, such continuity expresses itself in various ways in common traditions and dash of context. So last part where you might have got some confusion, because almost all the words are similar, like rules are there, regulations are there, norms are there, laws are there. Okay, and we will choose norms. The reason is, see, rules, regulations and laws are all, these are the words which we use commonly in connection with judiciary. In strict terms of judiciary, we use the terms like rules, regulations, laws, law and order, etc. Okay, so norms in connection with like society or social context and social rules and regulations, the better word to be chosen is norms. So here we can use the word norms. Okay, and here continuity, continuity. And what is the first? Culture, culture. Then here dash of life, continuity of dash collective life, collective life. And here distinctive, distinctive. I hope you remember all these words. So now the passage is a complete passage with all these words are properly inserted. Now let us read it once again. Culture, a culture becomes a flowing stream only when there is continuity of collective life in a society. In other words, a distinctive comes into existence when people follow a continuous way of life. Such continuity expresses itself in various ways in common traditions and norms of contact. Okay, so always remember, to get the answers, all the answers, sometimes you need to read the entire paragraph first, and only after that you go back to the options and find out the options which would best be used in this context. Okay, so always in a connected passage like this, read the passage at least 2 times and then only you can start solving the question. Okay, now we have 2 questions on the board. In the following questions, some parts of the sentences have errors and some are correct. Find out which part of the sentence has an error and the number of that part is the answer, or the option A, B, C will be the answer. And in case if there is no error, you can choose D option, that is no error option. Okay, so let us see if this has got any error or not. You will not succeed unless you do not work hard. Okay, you will not succeed unless you don't work hard. You will not succeed unless you, that part is correct. And then this part has gone wrong. C part has gone wrong. What is to be used instead of don't work hard or do not work hard to make it a correct sentence? See, when you use that unless form, the sentence must be in the next part of the sentence must be in a positive. Okay, positive form. You will not. So here already negative is given, right? So you will not succeed unless you work hard. So when you have that clause where unless is used, one of the parts should be positive. Okay, so here you will not succeed unless you work hard is the correct form, not unless you do not work hard. So it would become double negative, and double negative is to be avoided. So last time also, for the previous exam also, I guess we had a similar sentence where the same error was spotted, right? So double negative, the use of double negative was to be avoided. That time itself it was elaborately said. Okay, so how will you correct it? You will not succeed unless you work hard, not you do not work hard. So this part, C option, has error. Okay. Next is, he stated that he prefers tea than coffee. Tea than coffee. Okay. So he stated that he prefers tea than coffee. So when you read the sentence, you may not find anything like wrong in the sentence. You may feel that okay, the sentence is correct. But see, remember, always remember, when you have the word prefers used to compare 2 things, instead of using than, it must be to, TO2. Okay, so this part has error, not this part, but C part has error. And how will you correct it? You have to substitute the word than with to. Only then the sentence will be correct. Okay, so now the sentence is correct if you say he stated that he prefers tea to coffee. When you show your preference between the two items, TO2 must be used, not than. Okay, so different from or better than could be used, but preference or with the word prefer, you have to use when you compare two things, it should be TO2. Alright, so now the sentence is correct. He stated that he prefers tea to coffee. Okay, so both these sentences had errors. So here you have to make it a positive sentence towards end, this part, and here always remember when you have a word like prefer and then you compare two things, always use to, not than. For the next exam also, if you have a similar question, keep these things in mind. Okay. Now we have two more questions for which you have to choose a word with which you can fill up the blanks. Okay. So the first sentence is, one who tries may fail, but one who does not try never dash. A very beautiful sentence it is. So one who tries may fail. Or in other words, failure is a stepping stone to success, right? So when you try, even if you may fail 10 times, but maybe, or 9 times, and the 10th time that you succeed, okay, that could be accepted. But the one who never tries anything at all cannot, never, is it never success? No. Never prosper or never gain, but never succeeds. We talk about success. So the word to be chosen is succeeds, okay. The one who tries may fail several times, but one who does not even try never succeeds. Succeeds means to attain success. Okay. Then next is, the lady dash to be a close relative of ours. The lady dash to be a close, or else the lady happened, it was found, it was discovered that. So we have a phrasal verb used here, or we have been given 4 phrasal verbs and you have to choose the best one, okay, or else the proper one, the right one. So we have been given the options like turned out, turned in, turned up, then turned about, etc. So you have to choose a phrasal verb which means found out or discovered. Okay, so here the proper phrasal verb which means to discover or it was found out, the meaning would be conveyed with turned out. So the lady turned out to be a close relative of ours. So it was found, it was discovered later that that lady happened to be our close relative. Okay, so what is the meaning of turned in? Turned in means to hand over something, something that you hand over. Okay, you pass or you hand over. Then turned up means like you lost something and then you found it. Okay, so a huge difference is between turned out and turned up. You lost something, a wallet of yours, a purse of yours is lost, and then you discovered, not discovered, you found it. That would be turned up. Okay, turned about means shows direction. Turned about, turning, it shows directions, it shows action or movement. Okay, next is, in the following questions, out of the 4 alternatives, choose the one which best expresses the meaning or find out the synonym for the 2 words. Okay, adversity and revel. So adversity and revel are the words for which you have been given a few options and choose the best, the word which is synonym or similar in meaning to the underlined words. Okay, so adversity. Adversity means what? Troubles, misfortunes, miseries, etc. Not anything connected with your seniority or you being junior or senior. Spirituality, nothing to do with spiritual sense. Familiarity, but misery. Misery means trouble or problems, miseries. So adversity also means same thing. Adversity means problems, miseries, troubles, etc. The same thing, misery. Okay. Now revel. So revel means like you enjoy something, you have fun. So make merry. Make merry or to have fun. Okay, you enjoy something with happiness and that is what you call revel. Glory is something else. You know the meaning of glory, you know the meaning of reveal. And what is revert? Revert means like you come back to, or else you come back to the initial position. That is what you call revert. You come again, or it again shows the kind of movement that you come back to the initial position or initial state. Okay, so revel is actually having some fun, having a lot of fun, having enjoyment, etc. That is, in other words, make merry. Okay, so adversity means misery and revel means to make merry. Okay. So just like you were asked to find out the synonyms are similar in meaning, now you have to find out the antonyms or opposites, opposite words, okay, or opposite in meaning. You're familiar with these terms. Exaggerate. What is exaggerate? You make something big. Okay, you explain or you express something in such a way that it seems to be rather huge or big, and that is to exaggerate. Okay. So extravagant, these are the options given to you, and you have to choose the exact antonym or opposite. Extravagant is there, understate is there, abundance is there, excerpt is there. So you should know the meaning of all these words, without which you will not be able to find out the exact opposite. Okay. So extravagant means the one who spends money lavishly. Extravagant, spending money lavishly. Then abundance, abundance means plenty, in plenty. Excerpt means a small part which has been taken separately, extracted, etc. Understate is to make something small. So it is the exact opposite of the word exaggerate. Exaggerate is to make something huge or big, and the opposite of that will be understate. That means to make something small. You explain things in such a way that it is understated, or else it has been made, or its significance has been minimized. Okay, so when you make it big, it would become exaggerate, and when you make it small, it would become understate. Okay, now so exaggerate over. Next is abrupt. Abrupt means like something which is quick, sudden, and which would be rough, not so like smooth. Okay, so automatically I have given you the clue so that you will be getting the exact opposite. Abrupt means sudden. This could be taken as synonym. Okay, but you require antonym. Crisp has got nothing to do with that. Spongy, you know, spongy, something spongy. Okay, smooth is the word opposite to abrupt. Abrupt means quick. It also means something which is rough, coarse or rough, not so smooth. Okay, so opposite of that will be smooth. All right, so one meaning of abrupt means not so smooth or a bit rough. So opposite to that you can choose the word smooth. All right, so abrupt could mean like sudden, quick, or a bit rough also. All right, so you have the opposite smooth. Exaggerate, opposite understate. Abrupt, opposite is smooth. Okay. Now we have been given two idioms and which are underlined. Okay, like two idioms are there which are underlined, and here these two idioms are used in sentences. Okay, so the second sentence may not give you much clue of the meaning, but still the first sentence is more than enough for you to like understand the meaning or to guess it out. Okay, the manager is not dismissed, but he is definitely under a cloud. Even if he is not given any punishment, even if he is not dismissed from his service, but still he is definitely under a cloud. To be under a cloud means like people are suspicious of the character. Okay, when somebody calls you or when somebody labels you as you are someone under the cloud, means people would look upon you with suspicion. Okay, so it is not under suspension, okay, but under suspicion. So when people are suspicious about your character, like this could be used as an idiom that you will be under a kind of cloud. Okay, so the manager is not dismissed from his service or job, but he is definitely under a cloud means people look at him with suspicion. Okay, do not pull a long face. Sometimes this could be given as a comment, as a comment to the people. Oh, don't pull a long face. That means don't look so sad or dejected or troubled. Okay, so don't look. Not it is nothing to do with being beautiful or ugly or being tired, but to look unhappy or dejected. Okay, so when you look sad, when you look dejected, depressed, and when you look unhappy, it is to be used to pull a long face. To pull a long face means to look sad, to look unhappy, to look dejected. Dejected also means unhappiness or to look unhappy. Okay, so under a cloud means under suspicion. Pull a long face means to look dejected or to look sad or unhappy. So dejected or sad or unhappy. Any word could be taken as the synonym for dejected. Okay. Now next is, in the following questions, some parts of these sentence may have error. Find out which part of the sentence that has got an error and select the appropriate option. If a sentence is free of error, select no error. Again, the same type which we have discussed right now. A sentence has been broken into several parts, and one of the parts might have error. If there is error, spot or find out that exact part. If there is no error, choose the last option as no error. Okay. The view of the downstream and directly down the bridge was awesome. Okay, it has error. So, which part has got error? B part has got error. This part has got error. The view of the downstream and directly down the bridge. We do not say down the bridge, but we use the term below the bridge. So, how will you correct it? Just substitute the word down with the word below. Okay. So, this part or B part has error. The view of the downstream and directly below the bridge was awesome. Okay. And now next sentence is, his name was hardly known out his own country. So, this sentence also has error. Where exactly is the error? Again, B part has got error, B part has got error, and this word is wrong. Okay. His name was hardly known outside. It should be outside, not just out. If you change the word out to outside, it would become correct. Okay. So, his name was hardly known outside his own country is the correct answer. Alright. So, both these sentences had errors. The first sentence, substitute the word down with the word below, and here substitute the word out with outside, only then the sentence will be correct. Okay. Now next is, in the following questions, a sentence given with blank to be filled with an appropriate word, or else you have to use a word with which you can fill up the blank and thereby making the sentence correct. Okay. The fun dash reduced significantly when mom decided to tag along. Okay. The fun dash, a suffix must be used. Is it fun mark? We do not use that word. Fun sign, but fun quotient. The fun quotient. Okay, just like we use IQ. Okay, intellectual quotient, emotional quotient. Exactly same way. Fun quotient also is a use. You use that. Okay. The fun quotient reduced significantly when mom decided to tag along. When she came or when she also was included, the fun quotient or people who were having fun, it got reduced. Okay. Now next is, the shepherd guarded a large dash of sheep. What do you call a group of sheep? A group of sheep is flock of sheep. Okay. The shepherd guarded a large flock of sheep and allowed them to move from pasture to pasture. Okay. So, the shepherd was the one who guided the group, that means a flock of sheep, from one pasture land to another pasture land. Okay. So, block, culture, shawl, flock, 4 options are given. Where do we use block? Block of apartments. Then shawl of fish, but flock of sheep. So, flock is the exact word which shows the group of sheep. Okay. Now, next is again find out the words which are similar in meaning. That means find out a synonym. Words are facsimile and chauvinism. Okay. So, facsimile means what? Something which is a copy or a duplicate of another thing. Okay. A facsimile of documents means duplicate of the original documents. Okay. So, definitely I have given you hints regarding the word replica. Replica means copy. duplicate, copy or replica is the word pheasantly. Okay. Disparate means what you call difference or distinction. Then peculiar is strange, contrast, you know the meaning. Okay. Now chauvinism. See, chauvinism means a kind of prejudiced belief, and you cross all the limit and you believe that your notion, your belief is always right. It's a prejudiced or biased feeling, a prejudiced feeling that what you think, what you believe, what you follow is always right, and that is what you call that concept, that attitude is what you call chauvinism. Okay, so one example is in your NCERT textbook also for class 12 there was a chapter where we discussed linguistic chauvinism. Linguistic means language. Okay, so linguistic chauvinism means you believe that your language is the best in the world, and that is why you try to overpower people and you try to impose your language upon another group of people who speak some other languages. Okay, and you try to inculcate, or you want your language to win over them. So exactly same way, it's a prejudiced belief. Okay, and whereby you believe that or it's almost like fanaticism. It's almost like going beyond all the limits to prove that you are right, or your belief is always right. So which word is similar to that? Not neutral or balanced. Aloof means like a kind of separate, or else showing no sympathy or showing no concern. Zealotry. Okay, zealotry is the exact word which means chauvinism. Even-handed means what? Being impartial. Okay, just the opposite. So chauvinism means zealotry. Okay, and pheasantly means replica or copy. Now again you have to find out opposite to the words given to you. I'll just underline it: melody and dividend. So melody means what? You know what melody is? We often use this term in connection with music, right? In connection with musical notes that we use this term melody. So melody is something harmonious or something like well coordinated. So chant, lyric, inflection, these are not the opposites for melody, but cacophony is. Cacophony is actually something noisy. Not something pleasant but unpleasant, noisy, a group of a mixture of noise together, but not harmoniously blend, but different noises coming together is what you call cacophony. That is the opposite of melody, something melodious and something cacophonous. Okay, so chant, lyric, inflection is a change in the use of a word, etc. In grammar we use that word inflection. Okay, it has got nothing to do with melody. Diffident. Diffident is actually bashful, demure, meek are the synonyms for diffident. Okay, diffident means a person who is what you call shy and does not open up, a kind of introvert, does not speak much, does not mingle, a bit shy by nature is a person who is diffident. So bashful also same, demure also same, meek also same, but aggressive is just the opposite. Okay, aggressive means something like a person who is a bit more active, violent, okay, too energetic, beyond words. Okay, so it's a bit, being violent is aggressive, and diffident is a bit like gentle. Okay, gentleness, being gentle, shy, all these things could be called diffident. A person who is calm, quiet, gentle, shy. And aggressive means bold and a bit violent by nature. Okay, so melody opposite cacophony, diffident opposite aggressive. Now we have been given two more idioms for which you have to find out the exact meaning, but then this is not given in the form of sentences but individually. Okay, to have a finger in every pie. To have a finger in every pie means you meddle with everything, or you engage yourself in every matter. All right, so to be involved in a large and varied number of activities or enterprises. Not to focus on a particular activity, not to focus on a particular enterprise, but you try your hand in everything. Okay, so to have a finger in every pie means to try a hand in everything. That means to be involved in many activities. Okay, and then or multi enterprises. So this is the correct option. Then to make up one's mind. This is a idiom which you might have used in your everyday speech also. I have made up my mind means I have taken a decision of my own. I have decided, I have taken a strong decision. So that is to make up one's mind. So to make a decision or to choose or to decide is what you call to make up one's mind. Okay. Next is we have to find out whatever is given in bold letters, you have to find out the substitute. If it is not correct, you have to find out the substitute with which you can make it correct. And in case if it does not require any improvement, you can choose the last one as no improvement. Okay. We might have doing something to help you. Of course, it's wrong. We might have done something to help you. So we might have done. We might have done something to help you is the correct option. Okay. Then he to be positively rude. Of course, to be, he to be. He is or he was must be used. The form of be must be used, right? So he to be positively rude is wrong. Instead, he is singular. So he was being positively rude. He was being very rude. That is the meaning of the sentence. So he was being. If it is being, that also could be equally accepted. Okay. So since that is not given as one of the options, we can choose this. He is singular. So he was being positively rude. So how will you correct this one? We might have done something to help you. Then he was being positively rude. Okay. The next is give the one word for the sentences given. Distorted representation of something. Okay, not giving you a proper picture of something. You are given a different version of something, the wrong version of something. And what do you call that? You have been given a few options: solemnity, seriousness, gravity. Actually, solemnity, seriousness, gravity, all are similar in meaning. Something serious is what you call solemn, grave, serious. So these three words are similar, and one word which means you show something in not the proper way but in the distorted way, and that is travesty. Okay. Next is a feeling of intense longing or a very deep desire for something. If you want to achieve something very strongly, what do you call, or what is that one word for it? And that is yearning. Yearning means yearning with Y. Okay. So there is another word, earning, without Y. You know the meaning of earning something. And yearning means to have a very strong desire to achieve something in life. Okay. Apathy means having no feelings at all. Satiety and gratification similar in meaning, which means a kind of satisfaction. Okay. So yearning means a deep desire, a very strong desire, intense desire to achieve something in life. So that is yearning. Next, again we have been given two set of words where the same word has been given with different spelling, and only one of the spellings is correct. You have to choose that one. Okay. For the word perverted, the first option is correct with P-E-R-V-E-R-T-E-D. Okay. And for the next one, blandness, it is B-L-A-N-D-N-E, double S is there. So in these two words, A option for 40th question, 41st, D option with the correct spelling. Okay. Now, as usual, we have been given a part of the sentence and the first part of the sentence is given to you, and the remaining part of the sentence is given in a jumbled way. You have to rearrange and you have to find out which way is it to be arranged. Okay. The burning sun, and what is the clue and what is the best technique to find it out? You always have to find out the last word of each sentence so that you will be getting the next part. The burning sun are very not matching. Blood out of us not matching, but seemed to be sucking. So Y, okay, are very blood out of us. So Y, X, Z, Y, X, Z. Alright. So the burning sun seemed to be sucking our very blood out of us. Alright. Same way, next is I heard the sound. Underline this. I heard the sound of the blow while I see above his head, no, while I see his tool raised above his head. So again, Y, X, Z, Y, X, Z, same order. Okay. Next is, we have been given active passive voice constructions. So here the tutor, this is a sentence, it is given in active voice. The tutor always answers the students' questions. So how will you find it out? First you find out the subject, then always answers, okay, always answers is the verb, and then this is the object. Okay, so make this object as a subject to get the answer, to get the passive construction. So the students' questions, you can't change the verb. So the students' questions are always answered by the tutor. Okay, the students' questions, plural, is always answered, wrong. Okay, so questions answered, no. The students' questions are always answered by the tutor. The students' questions are always answered by the tutor. So C option is the correct option. Okay. Next is again direct indirect speech. Direct speech is given, you have to find out the indirect version of it. Okay. Mother said, will you tell me what it means, Preetham? So what is the rule? Mother is asking Preetham. So mother asked Preetham, right? So will you tell me? So if, will changes to if. If he will changes to would. If he would tell her, me changes to her. So what all changes are there? Will changes, you changes, me changes, and means also changes. The verb also changes. Okay. So mother asked Preetham if he would tell her what it meant. Okay. Let us see if we have an option like that. Mother asked Preetham if he will. No. Mother asked Preetham that. No. Mother asked Preetham if he would tell her what it meant. So this is what we have solved right now. Okay. Now based on passage we have a question. It's factual passage. Something has been described. Okay. So what are prebiotics? Prebiotics. What are prebiotics? Prebiotics, prebiotics are dietary fibers. So it's given as one of the options. Prebiotics are dietary fibers. So the first option is very much visible. Then next again, what type of sleep is restorative? Restorative means without being disturbed, or you have a very sound sleep. Okay, so that is given the bracket. It seems we found that dietary prebiotics can improve non-REM, random eye movement, means without even moving your eyes, means you'll be having a sound sleep. So that means NREM, non-REM. So NREM is the correct option. It's clearly given in the passage. Okay. Next is, how are metabolic byproducts released? Is it when good bacteria help sleep or when good bacteria digest? So that also, see, when beneficial or good bacteria digest prebiotic fiber, they not only multiply but improve overall health. Okay, so that means when they digest dietary fibers. Okay, that also is given very clearly. Then how can sleep-wake cycles be monitored? How will you monitor it? So they can be monitored using EEG. That also is, they can be monitored using EEG. So by using EEG, that also is very clearly given. Okay. So even if it's a factual passage which you have to read at least 2 times or 3 times, but all the questions are direct. Okay. Now the last one is, what is CHO? CHO is actually that rat food. So researchers they monitored rats' body temperature, and using CHO, it is a rat food. Yeah, see this one, standard CHO diet, that means it's a rat food. Okay, so CHO means rat food. So that also is a direct answer. Okay, the passage seems to be a bit lengthy, but still all the questions were direct and you do not have any trouble to get the answers to these questions. Okay, so with that we come to the end of this discussion session. Very soon we will meet up again, and that is with another set of questions. So till then, you take care. Thank you so much.